Happy Wine Wednesday, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to today's Jam Happy Hour. Hope wherever you're tuned in from, whether you're on the West Coast like me or on the East Coast or tuned in internationally, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you have yourself a nice heavy pour of wine in your glass. In the meantime, I have a very special artist who has joined us today for our Jam Happy Hour. We have got Hudson Thames. How we doing, Hudson?
Yo, I think we're drinking the same thing.
Butter?
Yeah, because I'm just a, suburban housewife now, and I drink Chardonnay at 4.
You know what? That has pretty much been everyone's lives this past year or so.
For real.
It's like, what time is it? Oh, it's like noon? Okay, let's have a glass,
It just is what it is.
The world's ending, but it's getting better now.
Yeah, but I'm going to be drunk when it happens.
Well, cheers to you. And
cheers.
I'm really excited to hear what you have in store for us today. So, in the meantime, we have people tuned in, watching, and for those of you that are tuned in, make sure that you keep yourself posted with everything that we're going to link during today's show. Head on over after the show to all the social media and site and music links that we're going to be posting for Hudson. But in the meantime, you want to take it away with just the first jam?
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I'm going to start with one that people know, hopefully know. But this is one of my favorite tunes. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough now. I knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Yeah, maybe I'm crazy. Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice, baby. That's my only advice. No, come on now. Who do you think you are? Oh, ha, 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 mama bless your soul. You really think you're in control? 'Cause I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy, crazy. Just like me. Oh, my heroes had the heart to lose a life I wanna live. Remember, I was thinking I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence I've come, yeah. But I can die when I'm done. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, 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 crazy. Probably.
Woo!
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hudson Thames, everybody.
How's How's it sounding over there? Can you hear everything? Is it all
Sounds
cool?
wonderful. Thank you. Cheers.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers to everyone tuned in today for our Jam Happy Hour with Hudson. Make sure you check out the links that we're posting today to find his music. And in addition, if on today is Wine Wednesday, after all, so if you need to replenish your wine supply at home or head out to the store, we have all the options at our website. If you go to jamcellars.com/buy, we have our wine finder tool. So basically you use that, put in your zip code, it'll show you the stores in your local area where you can buy our butter, which Hudson and I are sipping on.
Which is great, by the way.
Thank you. Did you
It really is.
ever drink it or have you tried it before?
No, I think there was a bottle of red too that you guys sent that, and both have been really tasty.
Jam.
Yeah, that one.
Heck yeah.
That one didn't last long over here, but
So good. Oh my
yeah, it was
goodness.
great.
Okay, so you just did the cover of Crazy to start things off. So
Yeah.
first of all, sounded amazing. So
Thank you.
thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, that song was such a sleeper hit, man. It was like that
Yes.
was like top of Billboard for a long time. People don't really realize.
Was that like 05 or 06 that Gnarls
Somewhere.
was it Gnarls Barkley?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
That whole record is so killer.
What kind of crazy creature do you get when you mix a yak and a lion?
A lack? Well, I don't know what.
A maniac.
Damn it. All right, so that's the rule, right? All the dad jokes I have.
Cheers. Cheers, Hudson.
All right,
my
I'll start
goodness.
going through my fifth grade pickup lines.
Perfect.
Oh, you know what? This weird thing's happening. I gotta reset.
Oh,
this. So
did you
maybe-
go sit by the ocean? Sounds like. Wow, he's at the beach. Everybody can hear the waves crashing. So Hudson here. I want to say it was a handful of years ago when he came out with a song that probably most of you have heard if you're tuned in today. It was a collab that wasn't intended to be a collab. How I Want Ya just really, it took off, and since then he's really been able to personify his bluesy upbringing.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, cool.
Now I can.
This thing's been funky for me today. I'm not sure why.
I was just giving them a nice little rundown of like your upbringing, which was so cool with your dad Byron, and like his life in New Orleans and that influence in Mississippi and the blues and the gospel, and how that played a part in your original creation of music, and then your later sort of like melding of the pop and the more modern style and fusing the two together, which I think is so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, I grew up in like a very musical household, and my dad is just like a ripping kind of honky-tonk style piano player. And so growing up, I kind of started writing songs before I really knew how to play. So I would be like, Dad, I have this melody and this thing or whatever. And then he would I would sing it, and then he would kind of compose around it and then show me how to play those chords. So his influence kind of got baked into my style of playing like innately because of that. But he's awesome.
For you though, like when you sit down now and you get things going on the piano, does it typically go in this order, like melody and then lyrics, or how does that work for you?
It's almost always melody. The past couple years I have like a few other projects and write for other people, and there's kind of so many different ways to Frankenstein a song, but for my records, it usually is like I have like a melody in my head, and then I kind of sit down with the keys and tinker around, but melody is king.
Yeah. And so like for you though, if you're traveling, let's say you're like out and about and exploring a new city, or visiting an old friend in their hometown or where they're living, when you're exposed to all these new environments and people and these new places that are unfamiliar, do you typically have inspiration lyrically speaking and then like jot it down right away, or how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean that's so funny. That's such a good parlay into the next tune I want to play. But yeah, I mean there's I have I think like 50,000 voice notes, like literally, and you know it's like a cajon or a djembe and organ. Like I'm just always like, ooh, that's a cool sound. I'm gonna sample that, or like you know just random sparks. But I also like really get the urge to play a lot when I'm in different cities, and like one of my favorite things ever, because I just grew up doing this as a as a kid, is like whenever there's a house band anywhere and like I'm traveling, I usually will hop up and be like, you mind if I sit in and do one? And usually people are pretty cool, and it ends up being like a really good time.
Has anyone ever been like, oh my God, you're that dude?
A few times.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I met actually one of my
That's
best
awesome.
friends in that like exact scenario in Nashville.
Oh, wow. Okay. Was it a karaoke bar?
It was not. Well, that's the thing about
Those are the
Nashville is
best.
like their version of a karaoke bar like will make you cry as a musician because everyone's just so good. But there's this place called Acme Seed and Feed, and they had like Soul Night, and I think I was on tour and I finished playing a show and they were playing a song I knew, and I just like ran up to the keys dude. I was like, let me get this one. And he's like, all right.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, well, so with like karaoke, I always say there has to be this fine line typically especially if you're at a random one. A Nashville karaoke bar, obviously everyone's going to be amazing. But like if you're just at a random one, like in Reno, I went to school there, and there were the people that would be just so good and then like hog the mic. And you're like, no, because then no one wants to go up afterwards. But then it can't be like so bad, like someone that's belligerent and just like screeching into the mic that everyone wants to leave.
This is such a real thing. I talk about this with my friends all the time because whatever, a few of my friends are singers too in different bands and stuff, and every one of them hates karaoke. They're like, I do not go to karaoke things because everyone expects you to sing, but then is like, you can't be too good because then you're an asshole. And so it's like just really a weird fine line.
Yeah, it's a very, very fine line.
Yeah.
But it's a good time when it is.
I mean, I'll sing some Nelly at a karaoke bar any day. Let's go.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. James. To be honest, I keep thinking of
Hudson
your
James
last
is my evil
name
twin.
as Mike Tyson saying the name James. Like,
What?
with the lisp. I don't know.
Oh no.
That's how I was trying to remember it, because I kept saying, like, when I was rehearsing, like, Hudson James, but it's not. It's Hudson Thames, everybody.
This is the vaccine talking.
It is. But how do you feel about doing maybe 2 songs back to back?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh, hit check. That works. Okay. This one, I'll just give you a little bit of info because this is actually one of my favorite songs that I've written, and I was doing. I've only been able to work with an orchestra one time, and it was for this song I did called "Bigger Than Us," and so we flew out to the UK. That's where we had to do it, and while we were out there, the producer of the song. He knew I was a really massive fan of Jamie Cullum, who I don't know if you know Jamie, but he's, kind of we do kind of similar things and both kind of sing and play, and I think he's amazing. And we were coming back from the studio, and he just like cold called him. He's like, Jamie, I'm with Hud. He's obsessed with you. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? And he basically ended up inviting us over, and he has this like beautiful place in the countryside, and his wife's grandfather is Roald Dahl. So we were writing where like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was written, and Matilda,
James and the Giant Peach, too, right?
And so the energy was just crazy. And yeah, we just ended up drinking some whiskey and writing this song, and it's a special one for me.
Awesome.
So here it goes. It's called Man of the World.
in London, I can't get to sleep. I just told my dreams to some girl on the street. I came across the pond just to fight the machine, and I still can't decide what the hell this all means. So kick out my teeth and hold back the tears, then I could leave you here. I'm just trying to be a man of the world. Please God, make me a man of the world. 'Cause I don't know where I'm going now, I don't know where I'm from, but I feel it when I get there. Yes, I'll be there when I'm done, when I'm done. And all summer long I brought rain to my kitchen, a misty-eyed lover with no one to miss me. I thought you and I would go down in history. Now I'm spilling my blood at the bars in this city, and I look at myself like you used to do. I wish I could tell the truth. I'm just trying to be a man of the world. Please God, make me a man of the world. 'Cause I don't know where I'm going now, I don't know where I'm from, but I feel it when I get there. Yes, I'll be there when I'm done. Oh, when I'm done. I'm just trying to be a man of the world. Please God, make me a man of the world. I don't know where I'm going now, I don't know where I'm from, but I feel it when I get there. Yes, I'll be there when I'm done, when I'm done. That's Man of the World. This song makes me feel so crazy nostalgic, and I love it. Oh yeah, we're doing two, that's right, okay. Look at my little set list, what do I feel like? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do, I do a version of this song that's on all the places that you hear music. This is Morning Light, which is Justin Timberlake and Alicia Keys, and I love both of those people very much. Make this a little crispier for our viewing pleasure. Cool. Every time a new sun rises, I open up my eyes and I say to myself, in a whole wide world of guys, I must be the luckiest alive, 'cause I'm in love with you. Laying here in the morning light, yeah. And all I wanna do is hold you tight for one more night, yeah. I can't even get out of bed with thoughts of you inside my head now. Every part of me is paralyzed, no, 'cause I'm in love with you. Lying here in the morning light now, I'm in love with you. Laying here in the morning light. I know I got somewhere to go, but I'm thinking we should lay here real slow now. 'Cause baby, it's no lie, I could watch you till the day that I die, 'cause I'm in love with you. Laying here in the morning light, and all I wanna do, yeah, is hold you tight for one more night.
Woo!
It's morning light.
Thank you, Hudson.
Yeah.
For those of you who are just joining us, welcome to Jam Happy Hour. You got Hudson Thames, and we just had 2 songs back to back. We've got Man of the World, which was the second song he performed today for us, and that was followed by what you just heard, Morning Light. Awesome cover.
Thank you.
Round of applause. That was great.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are both beasts.
Yeah, I mean, Alicia Keys, she was probably my first ringtone ever on my
yeah?
Pantech Slate phone that would the lime green phone would flip upwards and there was a keyboard hidden under it, but
Yep.
it looked like a little, it
Yep.
was.
It was like what was it, the chocolate? What was the one that slides up?
Well, it was called the Pantech Slate, what I had, but I think the chocolate was also one of those. And that was back when T9 was the way you texted.
T9, yeah.
You I was so quick at it, it was insane. Just,
Yeah.
your thumbs were just constantly getting a workout.
It's true. I miss my sidekick. The sidekick was lit.
Okay, this is true. So, Morning Light, amazing cover.
Light.
You seem to be just amazing at all these covers, and obviously your originals are perfection.
Thanks.
You got it.
Yeah, musically, like release-wise, I mean, obviously there's been such a funny holding pattern, but now finally, have dates and stuff that's greenlit, and Man of the World will come out pretty soon. But yeah, it's all happening again. It's nice.
Now, what do you call a dinosaur that wakes up unnecessarily early in the morning?
What do you call that dinosaur?
An ass crack a dawn.
That was a stretch.
It's pretty bad. But you know what? This is why the sipping rule
Yeah.
is put in place. Makes it
I
easier.
wish I had prepared a list of like bad stepdad grill jokes. I should have known.
You know what? Next time. Hopefully we can have you come perform in our tasting room where I'm at right now in Napa. Sometime
Yeah, are you in Napa
soon.
right now?
Yes, I'm in our tasting room. So out there, I'm in our recording studio at the tasting room, but out there, down yonder, we've got people sat right now. They're sipping on wine, and we've actually just re-implemented the live music aspect of the tasting room, which is so exciting.
Oh, awesome. Well, twist my arm. I'll come drink wine with you. That sounds.
Yeah. And you get to try all of these, because I know you're sipping on butter right now, and then
Yep.
you polished off the jam.
I
So
did.
You gotta try. We have a sparkling wine, so if you're a sparkling wine fan,
Ooh,
our toast
like
is-
a little prosecco-y kind of vibe.
yeah, it's like our California version of a champagne. Basically, it's a dry sparkling.
Sweet. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. But yeah, so for everyone tuned in, thank you again. Make sure you head on over to the links posted below to find Hudson's music. And it's Wine Wednesday, so if you have something poured up like we do and you're feeling tipsy, then venture on over to paypal.me/Hudson Thames and show some love for this virtual concert.
The drunk tips are always appreciated, and sober ones.
And yeah, if you're going through your wine supply at home, make sure you also head over to jamcellars.com/buy. And for those of you who are not yet aware, we just released on our page right after Bottle Rock posted on their page the lineup for this upcoming September's festival. I know, Hudson, you were saying that you have some buddies that are gonna be there, whether it's performing or in the
Yeah,
crowd, which is so cool.
I love Napa. It's such a vibe up there. Yeah, who's let's see who's playing. My buddy, I think Max is on there. God, this again. Why is this happening?
Oh
to
no,
us?
he's going back to the ocean.
I don't know.
No,
I know the quick fix.
I feel like I need to throw you like a life vest right now. Here, I'll reel you in. All right, well, to everyone tuned in, if you've watched a performance live in person in the past, where you had the pleasure of watching Hudson perform, let us know in the comments where that took place, what festival or concert or venue you were at, and always love to see where people are tuned in from and the connections to the artist. So
Yes, we are back. It keeps hitting this little feedback loop, but I guess I know what to click on when that happens now.
it's okay. Greg is MIA. I don't know. So you know what? We're gonna be just fine. I reeled you in. You had the life vest. I think we'll just keep doing that. It's all right.
Yeah, no, I trust you. I know you got some more dinosaur jokes up your sleeve somewhere.
Okay, so let's revisit what we talked about before the show about the situation / I guess situations that took place over, was it 2015 summer that you were
Yeah,
doing?
I think from like the parts of it I can remember, I think it was 2015. But it was, I mean, it just lined up in a way where it was my like first like full tour where it was like, you know, month and a half, pretty much like every state. And my best friend at the time who I lived with is a super talented drummer. His name's Connor Montgomery. And he was like, dude, I think I have this time off. We should just do this tour together. I'll play drums. And we were touring with another band, and his brother was in that band. So it was just like a family affair kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And there was definitely some debauchery. There was some wild nights.
So was that your first time, speaking of like specifically the New Orleans dorm situation, like was that your first time going there? Because I know your dad was in New Orleans for a while, way back when.
Yeah, he grew up like in between Mississippi and New Orleans, and I'd been there before, but it was my first time there for music, which
And
is
shenanigans.
Which is so. New Orleans is one of like my favorite cities ever musically. It's just really rad. But our bus broke down. We had like met someone at the show, and like they're like, yeah, you should come to this thing after, and we're like, oh, we can't, like bus call, whatever, was early that night. And then the bus broke, and we were like, went to the driver, was like, is this gonna get fixed anytime soon? He's like, no, just go do whatever you want to do, and just I'll text you.
Wow,
and
that's pretty cool.
I woke up in a dorm room at Tulane, and kids were going to school, and I was crying inside.
Oh my god. Okay, well, like if you're rushing over like to get back to your bus that morning, like I promise you, you're not the only one. Like there were times when I was in college, like I just rolled out of bed with whatever I wore to bed and ran to class. Like for midterms, this had happened when you're trying to pull an all-nighter, fall asleep, and then, you know.
No, I definitely got the full like walk of shame look from everyone on the tour bus. They're just like, we know.
You smell like alcohol.
You smell like alcohol and mistakes. But yeah, I mean, there was so many great. There was another night that we slept in Central Park because we missed bus call, and they were like, "We're not doing this with you guys again. We're out." And they left. They left us in New York, and we took a Greyhound to Rhode Island, and beat the bus. And like we remember, just like we had all of our we were just like hanging out, like eating breakfast out front of the venue. We're like, "What took you guys so long?" And they were just like, "How did you? No, you're supposed to be in trouble."
You like have a pair of sunglasses on. You're like, look who's late.
Yeah,
eating
literally.
a bagel, just like giving them,
It was literally,
giving them shit.
they were like,
Oh my gosh.
guys are too
Oh
much.
man, Greyhound is a whole nother experience for
Yeah,
sure.
first Greyhound, last Greyhound, I hope.
Yeah, I've taken a few of those from Reno. That's where I went to school, and
Yeah.
Whew.
That tour we spent Halloween in Reno, actually, and that was weird.
it always is.
Because
It
we're like in a
doesn't matter
casino
what
on
day.
Halloween, but we were like dressed up, and like it was very random.
Yeah, Reno has gotten a lot better, I will say, because it's just a whole different ballgame from when I first moved there in like 2014. It's really stepped its game up, and a lot of Californians are actually moving to Nevada now because of various reasons. No income tax in Nevada,
Yeah.
which is pretty sweet.
I'm a really big Raiders fan, and that is gonna be bringing me out there, I think, a lot.
Oh yeah, to Vegas.
Yeah, I just went and was lucky enough to like go check out the Death Star and like tour around it, and it is
Heck yeah.
so crazy looking.
so
It's
awesome.
cool.
Well, do you have any plans? If there's anyone tuned in from Reno or Nevada, do you ever see yourself like touring around the West Coast, like doing a full California, Nevada?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's just kind of waiting for like the official green light, and now
Yes.
like the festivals are coming out, it's looking like okay, it's happening. We're good.
Right.
So hopefully there will be. And I also started kind of during quarantine this other project that I'm really excited about, and so there will be some touring in the fall. I'm pretty sure of, but
Okay.
waiting
Okay.
to make it official.
So once you get the green light, where can people find like the best sort of update for keeping themselves posted, whether it's like new music releases or like do you have a newsletter, or is it mostly on Instagram and Facebook that you reveal things?
I feel like Instagram's like usually like the way that I talk to most people. I also have like a phone number on my Instagram that you can like just text me, and you know I kind of try and check and respond to things as much as I can. And then on my website you can join the newsletter, and that's where we'll have tour dates always when they're happening.
Super cool. All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. Make sure you go over to that IG handle that we posted below. Facebook as well. We have that all linked. It's just at Hudson Thames on Instagram. And in the meantime, we're going to get back to some music. But wanted to cheers all of you virtually before we get back to a song.
Cheers to everyone at home. Hope you guys are enjoying it. This is awesome. I'm stoked to watch whoever's on next Wine Wednesday.
All right. You
Should we
want to
play
do
some more
one?
tunes?
Yeah, let's do like one song, Maybe have you talk about that song afterwards for a sec, and then get into a couple more back to
Cool.
back.
Cool. Let's do Chess. Chess is the last single I put out. And I hope I still remember how to play it.
It's okay.
I think I do. Okay. Sounds good. Cool. It's amazing the way you can change me from so far away. Miss you more now that I know you're happy. Isn't that cliche? You made me feel like I conquered Goliath in an ancient Rome. But God, I love how I use this piano now that I'm alone. I've been dancing in this room by myself. I've been playing games of chess with my health. I've been missing you if you couldn't tell. I'm here to tell you that I made up my mind. I took everything and you took your time. But I miss the way that life looks inside of your eyes. I've been waiting here for you tonight. You're the reason I stare at the ceiling when I'm all alone. 'Tis the season and I quit the drinking. Will you come back home? I've flown with angels and seen every angle of the setting sun. But if every time that I hit black but I lose it, maybe you're the one. I've been dancing in this room by myself. I've been playing games of chess with my health. I've been missing you if you couldn't tell. I'm here to tell you that I made up my mind. I took everything and you took your time. But I miss the way that life looks inside of your eyes. I'll be waiting here for you tonight. Dreams, I turn at the seams. I'm lost in what it means. Keep telling me it all gets better. And time has thrown me to the tide. I'm flawed if by design. Keep telling me it all gets better. Dreams are tearing at the seams. I'm lost in what it means. Keep telling me it all gets better. 'Cause I miss the way life looks inside of your eyes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hudson Thames, everybody. That was Chess. And make sure to check out all the music that he's got for you at the links we're posting below. I think you're available for streaming and download on like every major music platform in addition to YouTube.
It's on all the things.
Cool. And then YouTube, you've got some videos. One in particular is real famous, which people might know.
Which one are you referring to?
Well, so we were talking about like family and friends earlier, and that made me think of the video you have, the song that you did with Haley.
Yeah. How I Want You. Yes. Yeah, I was kind of telling you the story earlier a little bit. That was just some crazy serendipitous thing. I worked with this producer named Jamin, and he and I wrote the song, and then I remember my team at the time at Universal was like, Haley Steinfeld's looking for a song, and we played her the song you wrote, and she like really likes it, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, she can have it. It was because stylistically it's a little different than kind of what I was putting out at the time. And they're like, no, like she wants to do it as a duet, and then we ended up hanging out a bunch, and it turns out like her parents and my family go way back, and we had just never kicked it, and you know, we became really close friends, and then the Taylor Swift thing happened where I basically just woke up one day and my phone was just going crazy, and I was like, what is happening? And I remember my friend called me. He's like, dude, Taylor Swift just posted your song on her Instagram. She said it's one of her favorite songs ever. And the next day it was on the radio. It was like literally that fast.
Like those types of stories I love so much, like with the whole Justin Bieber being discovered by Usher sort of thing. I mean, like, wasn't it Lil Wayne discovered Drake?
Yeah, I mean, there's a really good friend of mine who's a really successful actor, and he always talks about this story. He had one of his favorite actors come and see him in a play when he was like, I don't know, maybe early. This guy, his main, influence and mentor, was like, you're not really there yet. He's like, but you're going to be like really successful. And he's like, it's my job. Jack Lemmon, by the way, is the older person in this story. He was like, it is my job to always send the elevator back down, bring up the people who I see potential and I'm inspired by. And I think it's like it's really cool when people make it a mission to do that, to be like, awesome. Keep trucking, like you're so close, and I believe in you, and do it,
Oh, that is so cool. Like T Swift, like that's so cool. Like if I were you, I don't know if I would like scream with pure joy, or I don't even know. I feel like I'd have to go on a run or like have a beer. I don't know, probably both. I don't know. I didn't know it was happening. I think I was like at a Mexican restaurant, and I was like, I think I need to leave and deal with this. Oh, I was gonna say, well, I think I need a really strong margarita.
For that too.
This is crazy. Okay, so then when it comes to chess, by the way, if you forget the rules of chess, don't worry, you are allowed to check.
Oh, nice. Okay, another rule.
I know, it gets worse as it progresses, but
You play dirty, it's fine. Did you ask me? I don't think you asked me. No,
well, okay, so I was leading into that. That was the segue. But basically, when it comes to that song, like we had discussed earlier before the show, did you have the plot or just an overall idea as to what you wanted to come out of that song in mind first, or was it the melody?
So, that song is actually one of the longest songs lyrically. I usually end up doing lyrics last. I usually kind of am humming through the melodies, and a lot of times like there's a very weird subconscious thing that happens where like kind of words will just become placeholders, and then will somehow stick in there, and I don't even process what it is until later.
That's cool.
But that one was like a really specific one for me, just because in a lot of ways like music is like a little bit of cathartic, which is why I probably have like kind of more melancholic stuff than upbeat stuff, but it's like a very healthy, healing kind of therapy a little bit. And at that time I was pretty young. I was 22 actually when I wrote it, and I had been with someone for a couple years, and I was kind of like standing on the edge of this thing, and she wanted to get married and have kids, and it was like pretty intense, and I was just like, man, I just think this is not, I don't feel old enough and ready enough to do this.
Right.
And it was kind of crazy, and feels like the day that I became a grown-up. It was, the first kind of like crazy, gnarly decision I had to make like
Right.
that.
Yeah, like realizing you
so-
could take your life in any direction. It's like
Yeah,
all
like you're looking
in
at
your
this
hands.
fork. Yeah, and it was wild. But then
Yeah.
I was like, I think I need to write a song in order to decide what
Right.
the call is and figure it out,
And did it work?
I ended up calling it off, but I am so happy that I did, because that
Yeah.
was the correct thing to do.
But the song
And-
worked, like writing it worked to enable
Yeah.
you to make that decision and have a clear mindset.
Yeah, and it ended up
yeah.
being like a really, I think, good thing for everyone.
That's
but,
great.
Yeah,
And
not to get super deep on you, but
Well, I'm sure that song, like, that's the amazing thing about music, even though obviously no one's been in your exact position that you were when you kind of had that inspo for the lyrics and feeling that cathartic sense of, that fork in the road. Everyone can relate to that song in one way or another, which is the beauty of music.
hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's finding the common thread a little bit. but
Yeah,
everyone knows how it
sure.
feels to be there.
Oh, yeah. Well, cheers to that. How do you feel about getting into 2 songs back to back?
Let's do it.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. I want to play Last Call, but I feel like that should be the last song, so I'm gonna wait. Cool.
Thank you to everyone tuned in today. Cheers.
Song's called People Never Change. This will be on the next album as well.
Woo.
True, I'm talking to you. Words they fall like alcohol, and I drink them when I'm through with you. But if it's true, no. Say my name and walk away. Damn you, computer. I'm gonna do this before I get to the song.
Thank you to everyone. Oh, by the way, to Matt Beckley, and I don't know if Lawrence is like your uncle or cousin or whoever, but the two of them are referencing some Johnny Cash from back when we were talking about Reno and Greyhound. So shout out to the two of you. Gotta love that man. In the meantime, everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in, wherever you're tuned in from. Hope everyone's doing well. And this is Jam Happy Hour, so hopefully everyone has a glass of wine or whatever it is that you're sipping on, pour it up, and just stay tuned because we're back to the music.
Are we back?
We're back.
Matt Beckley, by the way. Wait, what did Matt Beckley say? I need to know this. Because
Well,
he
okay, because
always
first he was like, "Hey Hudson, why haven't you accepted my Facebook friend request?" With 2 question marks. I didn't know.
Okay, so
what
I
the
just
connection is.
I just found the comments tab of this.
Okay,
I
that's
didn't know
good.
that was a thing. Oh man.
But yeah, then Matt
I
and
need
then
to catch up on
Lawrence.
Lawrence
So shout out to them.
Lawrence is my uncle, and he's about to go
Uncle.
rip it up in Tahiti with my dad, and I'm pissed. Where's my invite, Lawrence?
Wow, Lawrence. Wow.
No, it'd be great. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? This happens
do it.
sometimes.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right.
Cool. True, I'm
talking to you. Words, they fall like alcohol, and I drink them when I'm through with you. It better be true, no, no. Say my name and walk away, 'cause people never change. Things, they stay the same. I've heard it all a million times, now I'm walking away. Every type of way, and crawling back to faith. Felt it all a million times, now I'm racking my brain. And time, I never have time. It's funny how the story goes. I feel so locked inside of my mind. Is it one of a kind? Funny what the future holds, 'cause people never change. Things, they stay the same. Felt this way 100 times, now I'm back in my brain. Every type of way, and crawling back to faith. Heard it all a million times, now I'm walking away. Where do I go from here? It's been a crazy way to start my day, but a crazier year, mama. Oh, tell me what happens here. You never know what the future holds, but people, baby, people never change, and things, they stay the same. I've heard it all a million times, now I'm racking my brain. Every type of way, and crawling back to faith. Felt it all a million times, so I'm walking away, 'cause people never change. Okay. Sometimes they do, but usually they don't. I'm gonna look at the comments just for a second before I play this, because I want to say thank you and hello. Trisha Small, McCabe, my people, I love you. Sarah, I see you. All right, the gang's all here. It's awesome. All right, I'm gonna play. For lack of having any dad jokes, this is going to be my dad joke. My last song is called Last Call. That gimmick works better in person. Okay. This... This song is awesome. It's like an homage to... I am like a shameless... Valley boy, Valley rat, and I wanted to write a song that kind of was an homage to kind of my best friends and my people that kind of I came up with, and always had my back through it all, and that's this song. It's called Last Call. Song about getting drunk. No, you've heard it all before, but honey, loosen up. Roundabouts and ups and downs. Yeah, we've all been on a journey, but we're here right now. It's too late for conversation. My mind is on vacation. I've been looking forward to the weekend. If you feel the way I'm feeling, glasses up to the ceiling, we're gonna be alright. fingers to the sky. Oh, I don't even know if I've had nights like this. I don't even know how many girls I've kissed tonight. Let's get high, middle fingers to the sky. We'll be fine. La, da, 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 La, da, 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 da. The golden days may have changed, but the boys down in the valley always stay the same. Another line to pass the time. We've been drinking here for hours, now it's closing time. So you feel the way I'm feeling, glasses up to the ceiling. We're gonna be high. So tonight, let's get high, pass that joint and kill that ride. We might laugh, we might cry, middle fingers to the sky. Oh, I don't even know if I've had nights like this. I don't even know how many girls I've kissed tonight. Let's get high, middle fingers to the sky. We'll be fine. We never know what we got till it's gone. Life's fucking crazy, that makes us strong. Tell me you love me, I'll tell you you're wrong. This is normally the show where I go, ladies, fellas, but here I am drinking wine alone, so I'm not doing that. So tonight, let's get high, pass that joint and kill that ride. We might laugh, we might cry, middle fingers to the sky. 'Cause I don't even know if I've had nights like this. I don't even know how many girls I've kissed. So tonight, let's get high, middle fingers to the sky. We'll be fine. La da 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 da. La da da da. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's last call.
Woo! Here's a toast. Round of applause wherever you're tuned in from. Round of applause for this musical maestro, the storyteller. Now, that last song, I love that that's like an homage, as you said, to everyone that surrounded you growing up, because I think we've all had our fair share of shenanigans. But
Yeah.
it sounded like you had a really fun high school growing up experience.
Yeah, it was very specific, but it was very fun. I have a production company with a few friends called the Hounds, and so we basically we all just started working really young, and so we kind of missed out. Like, I went to a semester of college, and then like I had to kind of just dive right into working, and we kind of just figured it all out together, and everyone is just really good at specific things, and we were able to kind of be like, cool, you are amazing, you're an amazing photographer, you are the best, piano player. Like, everyone kind of had a role, and it was like this family thing, and that we would always like be able to work together, and it was I'm really grateful for it. It was cool.
Well, shout out to all your fellow Valley boys, or what did you say, the Valley Rats?
The Hounds.
The Hounds.
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess in a different way, like, I grew up as a Valley girl, Napa Valley, over here in Northern California.
Oh, you grew up in Napa?
Yeah.
How was that?
I always thought when I went to college that everyone else had vineyard keg parties / like everyone sneaks out and goes to one vineyard that you should not be on and has a party
Yeah.
in a vineyard. It's not what everyone does apparently, but it was.
I mean, it sounds very awesome. It's very strangely southern in a weird way, which I kind of love.
Yeah, that's fair. Before we head on out of here, what did the Valley Girl say when her pen ran out of ink?
What?
I literally can't even write now.
That's your best one so far. That was I'm applauding you for that one.
Oh,
It's
thank
good.
you. All right, well, cheers, Hudson. Check them out at these
Cheers.
links
Sam,
down
it was
below.
so nice hanging with you. Thanks for
Me too.
thank you guys for having me, and thanks for the wine.
Happy Wine Wednesday.
Yeah. All right. Well.